Hello and welcome to Local Gaming. I'm Zach, and I today am getting back to Earthborne Rangers. It's been a long time, so I'm probably going to make some rules mistakes. That's fine. I just want to have some fun, get back to recording some stuff and playing some games for the channel. So one thing that's a little bit different than before is I've added up in this corner a little view of the party. I'm not going to be using the miniatures as the tokens. I'm going to be using actual cardboard tokens. And as I get more of my animal friends out and stuff, or if we come across one of the legendary creatures that I have, they're not really legendary creatures, but the big things that I have painted, I will add them over there to the little side view. And we have a close-up camera that we'll look at as we go. But let's get started. So let me run through the setup steps. I think I have most of the stuff out. Let's draw some starting hands. 6 cards. We are on day 4. No, we're on day 5 of this campaign. We are still working on the Rising Waters, and we got archaeology at the end last time. And we are in White Sky. So let's draw 6. Let's see what we got. Quiet is always nice. The whistle is nice. Healing touch, trail mix. I think since I got 2 healing touches, and I'll put the perceptive back. Healing touch actually works nice with Riri, if I could get Riri out. I think I'll keep these 2, and I'm just going to draw 4 new ones. And we'll look at those after I draw. On the other side, shuffle. I might have these characters on opposite sides than what I was playing with before. Okay, we got Cordo's Instinct, which is really awesome. Search the path deck for a card and place it on the top, so we could use that to search out one of the flood cards. Dear Friend to search out a person, because we do want to travel as fast as possible, and we're going to need Vera here at White Lake in order to do that. All right, 1, 2, 3. I think we'll definitely be looking for. So we got an Artel's Vaulting Rod and a Quiet, which is nice. Favorite gear, we got 2 Mother of Inventions, which stuff has to be in the discard, so I don't know if that's right. The right tool lets us search for another tool, or for another gear, sorry, and favorite gear. I want to search for my belt pouch. Field Journal's good. Guys, we got 2 Artel Vaulting Rods in hand. Field Journal's good. For traveling quickly. Our flood, we don't interact with the flood. We interact with the card the flood is attached to, right? So we'll think about who's going to equip what once our turns start. All right, so that's drawing our hands. We will have, I don't remember which was which now. Our Shepherd is Chandara and our Explorer is Chase. So we will have Chandara be our lead ranger on this side. Shuffle the challenge deck. We'll just do this real quick. Doesn't need to take forever. Starting location. So we're in White Sky. 3R is the required amount for traveling. It has search, scout the path cards equal to your effort and draw 1 path card. And our setup is lead ranger, draw 1 path card. So here's the interesting thing, is that we're on Rising Waters, right? And I've got the 2 locations already done, that we've already done marked off. We've done White Sky and we've done Kobo's Market. When we get to reading the starting entry, this says to use 105 instead of the normal entries for these locations. I don't know if I'm going to do that though. It seems kind of odd because like White Sky's already been cleared of the flood. So I think I'm just going to go White Sky as normal because I've already cleared it. That might not be how the game is supposed to work. But it also could be a little gamey where I collect progress from a couple of flood cards before I go to Golden Shore. It just seems kind of weird. I'm going to play it that I need to go to Golden Shore and do 3 there, and that White Sky has already been cured of its flooding. The weather card, we're in downpour since it's day 5. And it needs 4 tokens on it. On a sun, we discard 1 rain from this card. Each ranger suffers a fatigue. If there's no rain, flip it. And when it flips, it's gathering storm. And at refresh, it's going to get 2, move all prey to along the way. Then we have to exhaust our roll and flip it when it's getting ready to flip over back to downpour. Makes sense that there's a downpour since things are flooding. Mission cards, we just looked at Rising Water. We've also got our Ecology, Archaeology, which basically says check off, or after a ruin is cleared, we read 1.49. So we will go to 1.49 if we clear a ruin. Build and shuffle the path deck. So we are in White Sky, and we came from Forest according to my campaign logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, we've got 12 forest cards, and we have the 4 White Sky cards. Our goal here is just to find Vera, the lake guide, and get her to help us get across the lake to Golden Shore. And if we take Artel with us again, because I think he's still looking for a fishing spot. Resolve arrival setup. We read the campaign entry marked on the back of the location card. Then we'll perform all setup instructions on the back of the location card. And we'll start. Okay. First thing it says is to read the campaign entry, which is 3. Tala, if White Sky is flooded, it is not. From your vantage point, you can see much of the southern shore of White Sky Lake, from the froth of rapids at the head of the Silverfin River to the mix of rocky promontories and pebble-strewn beaches that slowly curve around toward the opposite shore. There you see the village of White Sky and the tiny farms of villagers going about their business on the platforms and docks. So nothing too out of the ordinary or special there. We perform the setup instructions. So lead ranger is going to get a path card, and it is a prowling woolhund. Ooh. Prowling woolhund. There's another predator in play, comes in exhausted. There's not. Doesn't even say active. And it comes in within reach. Okay. That is that. Now we start, I think. Just keep the common tests handy, just so I don't forget about them. How could you forget about them? All right, we draw path cards. Lead Ranger first gets Overgrown Thicket. It's an obstacle. We have Artel's Vaulting Rod though, so not too worried about this. The art on this card is kind of dark, and it comes along the way. And then Chase's card is Artel. We don't even have to spend our cards, but Artel has an entry 48. If you have found the perfect fishing spot, which we have helped Artel already. You catch sight of Artel perched on a rock just offshore, staring at the ripples where a fishing line sits undisturbed amid the gentle waves. The angler looks in your direction and calls to you. Don't suppose you're on your way to the Golden Shore again? Well, Artel, as a matter of fact, we are. Oh, wait, yeah, we need, not Artel, we need Vera. Right, yeah, we need Vera. But we could help Artel and maybe soothe fatigue that we don't have yet. Okay, Ranger turns. Did I draw Vaulting Rods on both sides? No, I drew Quiet. I've got Quiet and the Whistle. When a Ranger would suffer an injury from a predator, or harm would be added to a being by a predator. It's only 3. It's only 3 harm, and the Wool Hunt. The Wool Hunt has 4 as a harm threshold. Probably just gonna do a bunch of setting up here. The Gauze Blade. I'll start over here. This is probably gonna be pretty simple. I want to get Artel's Vaulting Rod out with 2 uses on it. And we will exhaust that when and if we even need to get, we might not even have to worry about the obstacle. Now I don't remember if the obstacle stops you from traveling even if you have Vera. It shouldn't. I mean, thematically, it shouldn't. Right? Yeah, I think I'm going to play a Dear Friend. What a Dear Friend does is it lets me search the path deck for a I'm going to put spent stuff up over here. Search the path deck and discard for a human and put them into play with the card attached. So I want Vera. What I don't want to see is the Caustic Mulcher. Here's Vera. We saw her earlier in the campaign. We want her to help us get across the lake. And her entry is 49. If you've saved Vera, no, we've saved Lun. Okay. Woman at the helm of the docked Dolewood longboat has the shoulders that one earns after a life of paddling and pooling the valley's waterways. She nods curtly in your direction. I'm Vera. I make supply runs all over the lake. She thinks for a moment after you introduce yourselves. You know, if you need a ride somewhere around White Sky, I can take you. Just make sure you're ready to go when you call on me. Clear Vera with progress to charter her boat to immediately travel to any location on White Sky Lake. See, it says immediately, so I'm going to go with that we do not need to worry about the obstacle. And I just want to get out of here, right? So Artel, I'm going to guess, is just going to have a soothe fatigue if we take him with us. So well, I gotta check. It's been so long since I played. I'm pretty sure that the stuff within reach of me is what blocks or what causes fatigue, right? Fatigue, 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 fatigue. 20. Cards within reach of another ranger. All cards within reach of you are between you. Yes, yep, that was right. So with Chase, if I want to interact with Vera in front of Chandara, cards in front of me are in the way. That would be fatiguing. Dang, I don't know if I can get 6 progress. Spirit plus hearts with a threshold of 3. Discard a water obstacle and add 3 progress to Vera. We don't have any water obstacles. I need my puppy. My puppy and my ferret. Gordo's Instinct has a heart. I can always dodge a card with my Undaunted Seeker too. Man, I don't want to use my field journal for that. I do want to try to get out of here though, so I'm going to do a spirit and a quiet for 2. So we're doing a spirit test. Plus 1 is 3. So that's good. 3 progress. Sun, we discard a rain. And each ranger suffers 1 fatigue. Well, remember how I said we probably didn't need to soothe fatigue? I was wrong-ish. So do I do more setup before? Because if I get lucky and clear her, after you succeeded a connect test, add progress to a feature. I'm gonna have to get pretty lucky. So let's do 2 fit to bring out quiet. Well, let's add quiet to our little team over here. Let's take a little peek. Hello, quiet. Stare at the camera, quiet. All right, we've got quiet. Other setup. I will spend a focus to add a field journal. So I'm sitting at all of my equipment slots being used at the moment. I will spend a focus over here to bring out my whistle with 3 calls on it. And over here, oh, that's gonna go up here. I didn't go through the rest of the suns, but in this sun, even though this card was active, there are no other prowling Woolhuns. I want to save my focus so that this will get a trigger on it. Or not a trigger, but it'll get an entry on it. I think I just rest. I think I just rest. Because I don't want to focus. I don't really need or want to avoid anything. I don't have any spirit left. I'm just trying to get out of white sky. I don't really want to search the path deck. I do not want to see the Caustic Mulcher, and I shouldn't even say it out loud. So Chase is going to rest. Okay, Chandara's turn. We're going to exhaust our roll first and spend one of our awareness tokens to add a token to an aid card to take this vaulting rod up. And then Cordo's Instinct is so good. It's so good. It'll help me get the flood out faster. Man. Because there's a high chance I get a -1 anyway, so I'm not going to risk it. We're just going to have to do a second round here. So we will spend 2 spirit and try to connect with Vera. Yeah. Oh, it's a 0. We would have made it. So that takes it to 5 mountains. Add 1 token to the weather. So this goes back up to 4. Discard 1 progress from this feature. Nothing and no. Okay, end of the round. We will go to the refresh phase. So there is something that's different than the last time I played, and it's when injuries affect you, but since we don't have any injuries, we don't really need to worry about that right now. I just have to remember if it comes up. So refresh, ready all cards. Nothing got exhausted. Yes, this got exhausted. And we have to get all of our tokens back. Oh wait, this has to go up 1 because of this focus that was left here. Okay, we got those. We can all energy and draw a card. Do we get our hiking stave? We need our belt pouch, and we get another Cordo's Instinct. Okay, path cards. Lead Ranger gets another Prowling Wolf Hunter. There's another predator in play. This predator comes into play exhausted, which is cool because this predator's in play. And Chase's card is Elder Murtok Grawl. Her entry is 51. I'm pretty sure she's the one that had us go after Quiet, so let's see what she says. If you've completed Lure Quiet, we have, go to 51.2. As you walk along White Sky's outermost platform, you see Elder Murtok Grawl leaning out over the railing, eyes focused on the lake. He has a long, thin fishing pole in one hand, casting with quick, practiced motions. His eyes are closed. He seems to be fishing entirely by feel. His eyes drift open. I recognize those footsteps, he says. I must say, it's nice to know that Quiet isn't lurking about anymore, but it does feel different without her, doesn't it? Well, little does Elder Murtok Grawl know that Quiet is our friend and probably just out of sight at the moment. All right, I don't think there's anything else we need to set up or mess around with. We need to add entry to the number of focus. Yeah, so I don't even want to. I want to get some entries on the field journal, so I'm not even going to try to remember. And no sense in even fooling around. So let's spend 3 spirit trying to connect with Vera. Okay, it's a 0. So that would take it to 8. The attachment's probably not going to do anything because we're going to travel, right? Clear is 49. If you've saved Vera, no. Otherwise, go to 49.5. You move down the shore and find Vera cleaning the deck of her longboat. She looks up and sighs. You ready? You may immediately proceed to the travel phase of the round. If you do, you can travel to one of the following locations: Lone Tree Station, Golden Shore, or Aatrox Mountains, even if there are already cards with the obstacle keyword in play. Oh, so it answered it right there. Use the lakeshore terrain type when building the path deck. If you choose to travel in this way, discard the current challenge card and do not resolve the remainder of the test. If you choose not to travel, discard Vera and resolve the remainder of the test as normal. Use a lakeshore terrain. I wonder if we're supposed to discard her anyway. We'll see what happens when we get to, because I don't remember when we get to Golden Shore. Okay, let's run through the travel steps more as a reminder to myself than as a teaching thing. Clear the play area. Who'd have guessed it? I think, I don't know if she's supposed to. We're not taking any of those folks with us. Take the path deck. Ooh, the mulcher was on the bottom. What would the only, oh, we didn't see the bubble. All right, this is the forest. I think she goes away. And white sky. White sky goes in there. Forest. Woods, I guess it's called. And it said we need Lakeshore. Back to the memories of the beginning of the game. Golden Shore is not a pivotal location, right? Travel to new locations. So let's look at the map. We were here at White Sky, and we're taking Vera's boat over to Golden Shore. That's not exactly super zoomed in, but that's where we're going, Golden Shore up there. And yes, it's not a pivotal location, so we need to get the valley set out. And this shouldn't have quiet in it. I'm not sure what I did with quiet. That's fine. Build the path deck, arrival setup, and then we refresh. Oh, I don't think we get this because we didn't rest. Ah, that's interesting. It says when you rest, add entries. I'm going to retcon that. There was no way that that could have failed because I used 3, even the -2 would have got the 1 I needed. So if I would have paid attention to that, I would have rested first and got my 3. Yeah, I also could have done this thing, but I'm not going to double retcon. That's just, I'll have to pay more attention. 1, 2, 3. All right, and that's the valley set. We'll just set that over there. And I don't want to know what those are. But I think we're going to have to do something else here with the setup because this is a flooded location. We'll take a look at the beautiful art real quick. With some of the green not playing nice with the green screen. We're supposed to read 105. Read the entry corresponding to the location in which you are traveling. Golden Shore. Tributary streams north of the shoreline have begun to spill their banks, becoming a boiling sluice of brown water among the pines. If the water isn't redirected, it could wash out long stretches of the shoreline and carry away dozens or even hundreds of trees. Divert the flood by Clearing beings and features while they have a flood card attached. Set up the new location, refresh, and draw path cards for the new round. Then perform the following based on how many days have passed. All right, so we got to do the search the general set for 2 flood cards and shuffle 1 to the path deck and attach the other flood card to the being or feature from the path deck that is in play with the highest presence. I do have the I have the printed out errated cards, but I don't put those in the deck because I don't want the deck to feel different. So when I draw from the general set one of the path cards, or one of the flood cards, we will replace it on the board with one of the errata flood cards. All right, so we have those. We do need to shuffle this. Lead Ranger draws 1 path card according to the arrival setup. And then it said we draw path cards for the new round. So we'll do that part with the rest of the... Well, let's refresh first, I guess, right? The Fundamentalist. I don't remember if I have ever encountered the Fundamentalist. Reduce the presence of all other beings in the same area as the Fundamentalist by 1. That's going to help. Okay, entry 86. Let's just remember we got to read that. I'm going to do all the rest of this setup first. All right, so in the refresh phase, that was the only thing that was spent. Let's draw our cards. High Pimpot. High Pimpot Secret. Okay, so that was refresh. Now we start the round drawing path cards. 1 for Chandara. Tributary Stream is an obstacle, which normally would require us to go there, but we could soothe some fatigue or add progress to location depending on which test we wanted to do. I think we will probably just use Artel's Vaulting Rod to not have to deal with it, unless we get more than 1. Romping Lutrinol. Being predator, prey, mammal, has ambush, so it's going to ambush chase for 1. Fundamentalist is going to be the person with the flood. So that's going to give us a chance to see what happens when we clear the Fundamentalist, because we need to. So yeah, those instructions were, after we draw cards for the new path card, it's been 1 day, so we attach a flood card. So we'll take our errated flood card, and let's just remind ourselves. When the card enters play or its attached card leaves play without being cleared, when this card enters play or its attached card leaves play without being cleared, attach it to the feature or being from the path deck with the highest presence that doesn't already have a flood attached. Move that card along the way. If there are no cards to attach to, we read that. But the mission says, when a card with the flood attached is cleared, place 1 progress on the mission and shuffle the flood into the path deck. Yes, the Fundamentalist has the highest presence. So we only really need 1 flood card right now. That gets shuffled into the path deck. All right, 6 progress on the Fundamentalist. Is what is needed. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm gonna try to dig for a card. I'm gonna remember my training over here. Well, I've already got 3 on this, so I'm not too worried. So it's a focus test at a 0, so I spent 2. I get to scout 2 Ranger cards. Got a High Pin Pot and a Mother Invention. We don't have any attachments in the Ranger's discard, so I think both of these are going to the bottom. Then we get to draw, so we're drawing blind into our hand. Haha! Pocketed belt pouch. I feel like I just won the game of life. Okay. First thing we're going to do is exhaust Quiet to deal 2 damage, 3 damage to the Lutrinol, which takes it out. 1 damage would come back. Because it is a predator. Sure, we'll use our whistle to stop it, and we have to exhaust this. That's fine. We still have not done an action yet. Do I want to remember my training? I have 2 Cordo's Instinct. Cordo's Instinct doesn't draw you a card, it just puts it on the top or bottom. Let us we're going to connect with the Fundamentalist for... We didn't read the entry for the Fundamentalist. That's what I get for saying I'll do it later. If you're at the bowl of the sun, we're not. Otherwise, go to 86.2. You see a man quietly picking plums from a small, fragrant-smelling tree. You've heard of the so-called fundamentalist, and you watch with interest as he carefully lifts and inspects each plum in turn. Occasionally, one comes off the tree, and he tucks it into a rucksack. When you see him notice you, you call out and ask what he's doing. He frowns at you. What does it look like? I'm taking plums. Only the ones that are just about ready to fall off the tree, obviously. What are you doing? Clear the fundamentalists with progress to ask him about his way of life. All right, now let's get back to connecting with him. I think I will spend a Cordo's Instinct. Oh, there were no crests, right? Yeah, no crests. That's another +1 out. You know what? I'm not going to spend the Cordo's Instinct. It's too good. It's too good. Yeah. -1. So that's 2. And then mountains. Add a token to the weather. If this being has 1 or more harm, he chews on a herb harvested from his backpack, remove 1 harm. Oh, that's cool. No other, what's it called? Mountains anywhere. Let's throw that away. High Pin Pot. We don't have any flora stuff in. We do not have any room in our equipment area, but what am I talking about? I know what we're doing. We're spending an awareness to put our belt pouch out. Slide this stuff down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have 1 spot left. This has 3 uses on it. The gauze blade is only 1. The hiking staff is also only 1. Okay. We should perhaps maybe start working on the location though. All right, we cannot connect with the fundamentalist anymore. Only got 1 fatigue. Might not be the best idea, but I'm going to exhaust my roll to go again, because I need to get that, I want to get that tributary stream out of the way. So I'm going to exhaust the Artel vaulting rod to exhaust this. Then my turn is going to be traversing Golden Shore. I don't think I need my second vaulting rod, so we'll use the exploration to make it 4 on a fitness test. -1 is 3. And there are no crests on anything that's active. Okay, now that that is exhausted, I can traverse over here for 2, plus a bold is 3, 4. On a fitness test, okay, so that adds 4, so we're going to go to 7, and we only need 6. So we're ready to travel. Sun, both people take a fatigue. We take this down to 4. Add a flood token to the attached card. The number of flood tokens on the attached card is greater than its presence. Ooh, that's kind of a bummer. Flood token. It has to be greater then. So, okay, so we need to do some really good connect tests. I wonder if I rest, bring the flood card to the top of the deck so that the tributary stream floods. We're not good at focus. We're not super great with spirit tests with this character either, though. No. I think I'm just going to rest. And rest. First I will do this to add a token to an aid card. Yeah, and then in the round, so let's go through and refresh everything. Quiet doesn't need to be all the way over there. Get our tokens back. Might not be the most efficient. I'm really just trying to finish out this flood mission. It'd be great if I could find some ruins to clear too for our arcology. All right, draw a card, another belt pouch, probably not needed, and trail mix. Takes up 2 slots. Soothe their fatigue equal to number of fit in their energy pool. It's pretty good, actually. Pretty good. All right, path cards. Tidewater Muckets. Pretty benign card. And Sil Belai, Artist. Okay, friendly. Add 4 progress to this being. If you fail, suffer 1 fatigue. I got a lot of those little triangles. 82. I don't think we've helped Sil. 82. If you've witnessed a masterpiece, no. Otherwise, go to 82.2. As you follow the path, you see a woman perched on a rock a few meters above the trail. She sees you at the same time and waves. "Hello," she calls out. You ask her what she's doing, and she gestures to her easel. "I'm trying to paint as much of the valley as I can. This view is beautiful, but I could use a person in it to help with scale. Do you think you could just stand right there? Now try and look adventurous." Now I do know from other plays that Syl wants to be, I think she wants to paint mountains or something like that. Does the flood automatically attaches to the being with the highest presence? When this card enters play, the highest presence doesn't already have a flood attached. Yes. I think I try to clear the fundamentalist first to I don't want to do Cordo's Instinct to get the flood on top, because if I clear the fundamentalist, then it gets shuffled. Right? So let's just do it. 3 Spirit. +1 is 4. That's 6. Let's just, so I don't forget. 86. If you're on invasion, no. Otherwise, go to 86.4. You ask Tykor why the others in the valley call him the fundamentalist, and he cocks his head for a moment. "Do they?" he asks. "I suppose I haven't been into any of your villages in a while." He thinks for another moment, then abruptly speaks. "I guess it's because of how I live," he says. "I don't see us as having any right to build houses and lay down roads across the valley. That's just us imposing our will on the rest of the world, which we have no more right to do than any other animal." You ask if human sapience changes the situation at all, and he waves his hand as if driving off a fly. "You sound like all the rest. No. Our sapience just means we should recognize our capacity to change the world and then make the conscious choice to reject that." As he talks, he starts to pack his things. In a minute, he's ready to leave. Unless you ask him to stay, he's clearly going to head out. Have him stay and continue helping you. Discard all progress and move him. Or discard him and soothe to fatigue. We will say goodbye. It was nice to see you, sir. We will add a progress to the flood. You go back to the path deck. We need to get the real flood card to shuffle into the path deck. Okay, mountains we have to add because of this. And there's an active predator, there's not. So we have finished that. I haven't screwed up yet, right? Well, that's for the challenge deck. I've probably screwed something else up. Soothe to fatigue, and we get Vaulting Rod and Homeward Bound. All of our other animals are hiding. Favorite gear and a phonoscopic headset. Ooh, I think I want that instead of the other thing. The hiking staff. That was Chandara's turn. Yeah, I'm just going to play that. Get a turn over here. And then Over here, I'm going to spend 2 awareness to play Cordo's Instinct, which lets me search the path card. Oh, sorry. Search the path deck for a card and place it on top or bottom of the deck. What you missed was me playing the phonoscopic headset. And that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equipment spots. Okay, Cordo's Instinct. I'm going to search for a flood and put it on top so that we draw it next time. Look at that. There was one on top already. That was a waste. Flood on top. Okay, so we will be drawing that next time. We played a card, so now it's our turn over here. I think we just connect with Syl. It's not that dangerous right now, other than having fatigue. So we'll spend 1, doing a connect test. 0 puts 1 on there. Sun will fatigue us both for 1. No more suns. Now over here, it's exhaust at the end of that turn. Anything I want to play? Probably a trail mix. So we will spend this to use our roll to add something to a aid card. Let's up our whistle. Our turn will be to play 2 for a trail mix, which comes in with 2 morsels. It's also an aid card. We get to soothe fatigue equal to the number of fit in our energy pool. So we got a lot of aid cards out that we can be bumping up. I should have posed. Dang it. All right, that was a mistake. I think I will rest. I've got 1 focus left. Resting on both sides so we can refresh everything. Get all of our tokens back. Draw a Ranger card. Mother of Invention. Do we have attachments in our discard? Not yet. And over here, another Artel Vaulting Rod. Where are our animals? I like Artel's Vaulting Rod, but I think I've drawn all 4 of them between both of my characters. All right. Chandara lead Ranger card is Flood. We knew what that was going to be. It is a tie. And then our second one is another Tidewater Muckets. This Flood can get replaced with one with the errata text on it. All right. So the Tributary Stream is the card with the highest presence currently. Let's work on Syl. Actually, I think I will do her pose. Attached to one of your equipped gear after you use a token from the Soothe 1 Fatigue. Do I do her pose? Suffer fatigue if you fail. It's a difficulty of 2. I do have trail mix, so that's not that bad of a thing. Let's just connect. It's 3. It's a 0, so this takes us to 4. And crests. If there's an active predator, the number of flood tokens, no. Okay. We have not drawn one of our reshuffle things yet. All right, what do I want to do? I kind of... Let's just clear Sill. We'll spend this and High Pimpot's secret recipe. It has 2 of the triangles on it. So we're at 3 versus a 2 test on her card. +1. So that adds 4. So we're going to go to 8. Which is more than enough. Right? Yeah. Before we forget this, we'll take this up. Active predator, no. Okay, so Sill is cleared, 82. Helping Hand is attached, no. Witnessed a masterpiece, otherwise go to 82 points. We have not witnessed a masterpiece. And done. I love your cloak, such a nice color. She takes a step back and appraises her work. You know, I can't help but think that you would look even more heroic if you were posed on a mountain with a sweeping view of the valley behind you. I don't suppose you'd be willing to accompany me to the top of a mountain and pose for me there. What do you think? Discard all progress and attach the Helping Hand mission if we want to do sounds fun, which I think I want to do. So, Sill cleared. When a card with the flood attached is cleared. Yep, so this goes up to 2. And then we have to shuffle the flood card back into here. So that means Sill and the tributary stream are the 2 cards that have a presence of 1. So I could put it on the stream. We need Helping Hand. On Sill. All right. I think I just do this again, right? With my other Cordo's Instinct. Put flood on top, get it attached to the stream, and then get our tokens on there. Look at that. It was on the top again. Never lucky. Okay, flood on top of the path deck. That was there. I don't want to play any of these cards. I like my equipment. I guess I could get my token onto the stream. That'd be a straight up test. To focus. To... Maybe I should wait. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait. So this character will rest, and over here we will do this, spending that to add to an aid card. We'll add to the vaulting rod. Gonna go to refresh. 2, 1, 3, 1. Draw a card. There we go, Picoto. Oh, but we need to use our spirit for something else right now, Picoto. And draw another hiking staff. Refresh. All right, we're gonna draw the flood card. Feature a being with the highest presence that doesn't already have a flood card. Oh, move it along the way. So Syl should be up here. That other card should have been up here. I don't think it changed anything because we haven't had a whole lot of like dangerous cards blocking us from interacting up here. So just note, this one's already along the way, so we're fine. And then Chase's card is a Lutrinol that will ambush him for 1. All right, we'll start with using Quiet as an exhaust ability to do the damage to the Lutrinol and the Whistle to prevent damage to Quiet. Too good, too good. And we're gonna do the soak test here with 3 spirit and no hearts. So it's a 3 to 2 spirit test. 3 to 2 is a 0. So we get to move our token here. And soothe fatigue equal to your effort. We only got 1 fatigue card. Okay, we got Pimpot. Oh, these are not the +1 tokens. Can I quickly see the purple +1? Do I have the +1 here? No. Short delay. Let's get the upgraded proper tokens. Bad setup is bad. There we go. Sun, this goes down. Add a flood token. Oh, we need to make sure to succeed on this because this is about to get crappy. If there's an exhausted predator, ready it. There is not. Shuffle. Wait, I didn't do the fatigue from the sun. Oh, it helps if I take the whole deck. It's minor detail. All right, we just need to get our token on there. And I don't want to gamble, so I'm going to have to throw one of the cards that has the... Well, I wonder how many hearts I have. We'll see. Let's see what we got in our hand. Because we've got a spirit plus heart at a difficulty 2. We've got a focus plus exploration at a difficulty of 2. That's a heart, so that could take us to 2 plus 1 is 3, and that's it. Trail markers is the only exploration. So if we spin trail markers, it would be 2, 3, 4. I'm going to spend it just so I can guarantee it. So this is a... Oh, wait a minute. Wait, no. What am I doing? When a ranger interacts with a feature, commit an effort. Field journal for the win. 1, 2, 3, 4. Focus test. Okay, so we will clear. Mountain is going to tick this up like a pain in the butt. And we're done with that. So this clears up to here. And the flood clears. This goes to 3. Now in 3 progress on the mission, we read 107. 107. With some quick thinking and a lot of backbreaking work, you managed to redirect the worst of the floodwaters and save what you can. Thanks to your efforts, this location is through the worst of it. Check off the bubble, matching the current location next to rising waters, and this is the 3rd bubble. Remove all progress from the mission card. If all 3 locations are complete, read the following. You've done it. The floodwaters have been diverted, and you've saved the area around White Sky Lake from the worst of it. You decide to take a much-needed nap, only to wake up at an impromptu party. A number of the locals have gathered with food and drink, and you end up spending most of the afternoon celebrating. Your revelry is interrupted when a man runs up to you and breathlessly says, "You need to come and see this. Complete the Rising Waters mission." Okay, complete. So we cross off Rising Waters. Return all flood cards from the path deck, discard, and play to your collection. Each ranger soothes to fatigue, then read 107A. All right, so we can put Rising Waters away because we completed it. So this goes in the missions. Flood card we will take out of the path deck and shuffle. Not a whole lot of cards left in the path deck here. And I think that's it. So let's go back and read 107. Oh wait, each ranger soothes to fatigue. We've got one here, which is, oh, our trowel. I forgot we traded for this. We should set this up too. It lets you tend some flora, and you can also use it as a weapon. And 2 fatigue over here into our hand, trail markers, and another field journal, which we probably don't need another field journal right now anyway. Okay, 107A. You follow the man to a small crowd of people gathered by a wide, dark tangle of fallen trees, murmuring to one another in low tones. Calypsa and Cal Ivor are there as well, speaking quietly to one another. Among the debris, there is a startling sight. Dozens of strange corpses deposited here by the flood. The corpses are battered, broken, and caked in filth, but they are clearly one species, a biomeld, and unlike anything any of you have ever seen. You see pale flesh, eyeless faces, and long limbs ending in claws. Calypsa approaches you with a haunted look on her face. Cal and I are going to help clean up this mess. What are they, and where did they come from? She places her hand on your shoulder. Bring word of this to Elder Orlin in Spire. If anyone in the valley knows what these things are, it's her. Travel to Spire within the next 4 days to speak with Elder Orlin. Gain the Journey Spire mission. Record 94.3 4 days from now on the campaign tracker. All right, so this is day 5. So 1, 2, 3. So on day 9, 94.3 FM. 94.3. Journey Spire. And if we're doing this correctly, why would we want to start now? I'm just kidding. Journey. Yes. Journey. And we look through here for Spire. Journey to Spire. Let's do a little zoomy zoom. It's not that zoomed. We're up here at Golden Shore. Spire's down here. I want to go to Mount Nim to have Syl draw us or paint us or whatever. I wanted to get to Meadow on day 6, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll just have to do it on day 12. There are those special things that happen down there on days divisible by 6. But Fractured Wall probably has some ruins, because that's where what's his name also is at. The guy that's in the bubble and whatnot, Silaro Mako, for Arcology Archaeology. And so maybe there's some ruins we can clear there for our Arcology. So we're going to go this direction. And then maybe like around and down to Spire. Do we need to go to the market? I don't think so. We'll see who else we run into along the way. I don't even know whose turn that was. What did we do? We did the focus test to clear the thingy and the other thingy. So we could travel. We have no obstacles and we have enough stuff up here. But is there anything else we want to set up? We don't have Spirit for Pakoto, but we do have Fitness for our trowel. Boom. I've got a bunch of equipment out here. I don't want to move my deck along, so I think we rest for both sides. Let's do this first. Which aid card? This is an aid card. These are both aid cards. Let's up the trail mix. Now let's do the whistle, since we used a whistle this turn to help save quiet. Okay, traveling to Mount Nim, which I believe is also a lakeshore path to get there. Clear the play area. Tidewater Muckets. Lakeshore. Lakeshore, Lakeshore. Valley, Lakeshore. Lakeshore, Lakeshore. Ooh, the Carnivorous Naiad is not something I like. Orovos was another valley card. Lutrinal Holt. Just double check. Played our Forge on this side. Yes, it's Lakeshore. So we're going Lakeshore. Keep this out. We put these back in the Valley deck, but we do need... Is this the Valley deck? Yes. We do need 3 new cards from the Valley deck. We're not camping. Travel to a new location, build a new path. Yeah. Let's do, okay, both of those wanted to come, and that one. We will not look at those. Shuffle these in a second. We don't have any other like main story quests other than to travel to Spire. So we're just going to try some of these side missions for the rest of day 5. Try to get something from Silbalai is maybe how I would say that. Mount Nim is where we're headed. Presence of 2, 4 hours, so we need 8 to travel away from here. Overlook 3. Choose a nearby location. Attach 1 card from that location set face down to this location. After you travel, if you travel to that location, put the attached card into play. Ooh, we could maybe help find a ruin. Choose one to put in play and discard the other. If one of the cards has ambush, you must choose that card. So this is interesting. When we get to this, we draw 2, choose 1, discard the other. If it has ambush, we have to put it into play. So we'll read that when it's time. We've built the new path deck, right? Arrival setup is now where we're going to read. All right, this doesn't do anything on refresh. It's just going to keep fatiguing us from the rain. 13-ish, I think it's Mount Nim. Climbing the spurs of Mount Nim is tiring work. A brisk wind chills your skin. As you approach the summit, you look out and see almost the entirety of the valley stretching to the south. White Sky Lake glimmers below. Then, following the thread of the Silverfin River, you can spot the thin, gleaming spike of Spire in the distance. Beyond, you imagine you can see the mouth of the valley, where the ground drops away into the emerald expanse of the Verdessa below. I mean, we're on our way to Spire as well. Okay, lead ranger, draw 2 path cards. We have to draw the one with ambush, and we get ambushed. Tributary stream gets discarded, which is fine with me, no obstacle. Okay, next ranger, draw 2 path cards. Oh, we are definitely taking Tala and not the stupid carnivorous naiad. It does not have ambush, so we do not have to take it. I feel like that was some luck. Tala is friendly, and it's 84. Prevent 2 to exhaust this being. So basically you're just protecting her from getting attacked, I guess. All right, 84. Tala. If you found Tala a home, we have not. Otherwise, go to 84.2. Was I supposed to write something down? I don't think so. You don't know everyone in the valley, but the moment you spot the woman walking towards you, you can tell she's not a local. It's not just the heavy furs and a well-used ice axe hanging from her belt. The tightness around her eyes and mouth expresses discomfort with everything around her. You greet her and she stares at you warily. I'm Tala the Red, she finally replies reluctantly, formerly of the ice clans to the north. Clear her to ask her about her exile. All right. That was set up. Now we refresh. Get these things back. All of our energy back. Draw a card. Walk with me. That's good. Holy cow, is that ever good? Because we want to clear Sil. And we draw over here. Intention Translator. We are unfortunately at 5. Okay. Start of the round, right? Everything's, yep. Okay, lead Ranger Path card. Kelpweed, pretty benign. It's helpful flora. Yep. And Lutrinol ambushes us. How many cards we got left? Quite a few, it seems like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 11. We're doing all right for what we've accomplished so far. So, I think I want to do some stuff and things. Do I still have quiet on this side too? But I want to do a big traverse, I think. We're going to do quiet to take out this Lutrinol first. Whistle to prevent damage to quiet. And we can do exhaust abilities on anybody's turn. Picoto. It's a 2 presence up here. Trail markers. The locations are not features though, so the field journal doesn't really help. So we're going to exhaust our roll to dodge the Lutrinol. We're going to spend 3 fitness plus 2 exploration markers or tags or whatever from our cards. So we're sitting at 5. First, before I do that, I'm still on exhaust abilities that I can do whenever. We're going to take this down to 1 and have this ranger soothe fatigue equal to the fit. They've got 2. They've got 3 in their energy pool, willing 2 fatigue, so they're going to draw both of them. We've got the right tool and favorite gear. I wonder if I should play whenever after you use a token from the attached gear. And we're going to be going into mountains, which has obstacles. I am going to do that actually first. I'm going to spin this spirit to attach favorite gear to Artel's vaulting rod. So we haven't done this yet. Now here, I kind of want to, wow. I mean, I like my carbon forged trowel, but I think right now I'm going to be dealing with people more. So I'm going to spend my focus. I'll discard my trowel to play my intention translator with 3 uses on it. Okay, now back over to here. We're going to do this, I think, to... So I was hoping to get another exploration symbol. But we're going to dodge that Lutrinol. 3 fitness plus those 2 things for a test of 5. as a traverse against here. We dodged this, so we're good. Oh, I'm an idiot. Ugh. I needed that spirit to play walk with me. Dang it. Oh well, we'll just try to connect. That was dumb. Oh well. Okay, fitness is a -1, so it's 4. There's an active predator. There is an active predator. Exhaust it and add harm to this being equal to that predator's presence. So we get a harm of 1. We've already used our whistle. If there's an active predator, there's not, because it's been exhausted. All right. Lots of things kind of went wrong there. That's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. So do I do Pakodo? I would have to connect with Pakodo. I think we hold off. We could be at 6. So this is 3. 4, 5, 6 on a spirit test. +1, so it's going to be 7. So Sill's going to clear. $82 before we do the crests. If helping tan is attached and you're at a mountain location, it does say mountain on it, right? Yeah, it better, it's Mountain Nim. 82.3. With a triumphant flourish, Sill adds a final stroke, looks at her canvas, and then back at the scene. She thinks for a moment, then leans back with a deep and satisfied sigh. I love it. She looks at you. Thank you so much. Oh, she exclaims, and rummages around in her rucksack. I want you to have something. She pulls out a well-used sketchbook and hands it to you. Drawings of flora and fauna from all over the valley from when I was starting out. There are a few blank pages left. I think you should be the one to fill them. See you next masterpiece. She winks at you and then begins to pack away her supplies. Gain the Sill's sketchbook reward card. Witnessed a masterpiece on the campaign tracker. Discard Sill and return helping hand to the collection. All right. Witnessed a masterpiece. Sill's sketchbook as a reward. Okay. I should erase the current location and path terrain as the table shakes. Rewards, rewards. There are so many rewards. Sill's sketchbook. And you only need 1 awareness to use it, so that's cool. Exhaust a path card. You can do awareness plus the triangles to sketch to choose a path card and add X sketches to this book, X equal to that card's presence. So these will be rewards for adding if we camp. Discard Sill and helping hand. missions, and Sill can go into the Valley set. Crest, there's no active predators. Shuffle. So now the question is, what do we want to do? Okay, so that was connect test with Chandara. We still need 4 more progress on the location. I don't think there's anything too rough left in the path deck. The Caustic Naiad is already out, and we can... Oh, I shouldn't say that because there's Valley cards in there. I don't know if any of the... if the bad Valley cards are in there. We have Focus and Awareness. Focus and Awareness. I think we rest, so this will go to 5. And I have Awareness and Fitness. I don't think there's anything else I really want to do here. Overlook is Focus plus Exploration. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 2 for traversing. 5 to 2, -1 is 4. That's going to take us to 8. Mountain. If there's a Whomping Luchinol within reach, there's not. The weather hasn't been terrible, unless I've been just totally screwing up and missing things. Meticulous. After you succeeded a test in which you committed this attribute, you can suffer fatigue to add it back to your hand. Sure. Back to my hand. We will exhaust and spend an awareness. Let's up Trail Mix. No, I think Whistle's more important. We still have 2 uses, and we're about to get Pakoto out. And our aid cards are just about to go bonkers. I think we travel now. So we're still just going to go down the way I said to the Fractured Wall. Across mountain now, though. We have no obstacles or anything, so clean up the play area. These are all water. Water, water, water. Oh, I got a Ranger Cache. Water, water. And Calypso. And, oh, Tala. Wait, I guess, well, we didn't have any more Spirit. Sorry, Tala. We do have Spirit. Yes, we do. Lakeshore. We need Mountain Pass. Yes, now things. Are there any ruins in here? No, but there are obstacles out the wazoo. And I spent my other vaulting rods. It's fine, we just have to deal with them. We need the Fractured Wall stuff from the pivotal locations. White Sky Lone Tree. Fractured Wall. There are 3. And one of them says ruin. So our goal is to find the ruin, clear it to get some progress on our other thingy. And I don't know, continue going towards Spire? I don't know where else there'd be some more ruins for us to find. I think in the Valley set there's like a hole or in the ground or something. That's pretty specific. We have not had a whole lot of team members out, like we don't have our dog, we don't have Riri, we do have Picoto in our hand, haven't been able to play Picoto yet. Right, we need the fractured wall. Oh, is this one kind of a pain in the butt to get away from? This one does require our ranger tokens to be on it. Oh gosh, focus. Chart 4. To move, you may discard up to 2 progress from this location to commit an equal amount of effort. Okay, so we need to traverse it to get some progress on it. Ready the feature with the highest presence. Oh, this place is kind of a pain in the butt. And we're going to get 2 obstacles in play right away. Okay. Arrival setup 7. The fractured wall is all that remains of a dam that once held back the waters of a wide and deep lake. Long ago, the dam failed, unleashing a terrible flood that tore through the valley, depositing the ruin of its passage on the alluvial plain north of Tumbledown. Many believe this flood is responsible for the destruction of the Estian civilization. Depositing the ruin of its passage on the alluvial plain north of Tumbledown. The alluvial ruins is a location north of Tumbledown on the map. Lead Ranger, search the path deck for the next obstacle. Circling Irix. Hey, the Megadam Ruins is an obstacle. Okay, now we have to get the next one for the next fractal wire. And flip it. Okay, so that one, we'll take a look at that in just a second. Fractal wire we've seen many a times before, but this one actually has an entry on it. Megadam Ruins, 55. When this terrain feature enters play, each ranger moves their token to it. Okay. So we can get some +1s right away. $55. Rising up above the tree line, you see the craggy peaks of giant ruins stretching out along the horizon like a mountain range. They appear to have once been pieces of the large crumbling wall looming in the distance, now long overgrown with trees and bushes. As you make your way deeper into the ruins, you find yourself in a maze of crumbling stone. Unable to find a clear path forward, after some time searching, you stumble upon a large fissure scarring one of the ruins ahead. As you illuminate the entrance, what appears to be a long cavern springs up before you. As you gaze deeper, you see the tunnel splits off in different directions into a labyrinthine array of passages carved through its belly. You catch a glimmer of something along a barren patch of ceiling, and you think you can make out the distinctive even shine of industrial steel. If these passages were originally man-made, this is the only trace left of its maker's mark, now buried in the endless, winding silence. It does the same thing about reading something if we clear it, so I don't think there's a follow-up. It's also a feature. We have our field journal that we can go to town with to try to clear that thing, which is kind of why we're here. I don't think we don't really need to be interacting with what's his name, Solaro Mako, because we haven't finished finding all the ruins that we need to find. And draw a card. Adaptable multi-tool. I think we traded for this as well. We got a lot of good gear and not a lot of room. I think I like this better than the headset, to be honest with you. All right. Okay, lots of things to do. We have to draw over here, another intention translator that we don't need. We don't really need any spirit. Oh, we got to draw our cards at the beginning of the turn. We might need to be connecting with stuff. All right. Beginning of the turn, Chandara's card is Shale Scree, another obstacle. This one is Flora, and I threw away my, what's it called? Carbon Forged Trowel. This is just a basic obstacle. And Chase's card is Agitated Meadowlarks. So they help us fight predators and whatnot. Did I use my quiet? I did. Adaptable multi-tool is a thing. We gotta get 6 progress on the Mega Dam ruins. All right. Let us go to town on it, I guess. Do I start actually? I think I'm going to start with this. I'm going to spend 2 focus, put my multi-tool out, and we'll discard our headset. It's going to get 3 uses on it. And over here, we're going to play Pakodo for 2. And add our little friend Pakodo to our team. Check in on our team. He's brown on top of the rocks there and kind of hard to see. I swear this camera continues to go in and out of focus even though the autofocus is off and set to be focused on this area around here. I'll play with it later. All right, we played Pakodo. We have High Pimpot. No, we spent it. Bummer. We don't have any Fatigue to Soothe with our favorite gear. Okay, adaptable multi-tool. We will spend. We're going to use... What are we going to use? Oh, that would be smart. We're going to use... Dang, we don't have any exploration icons. We used them all. We're going to use an awareness as a fitness. So we're sitting at 4. Field journal makes it 5. +1 from our friend makes it 6. We have to do this to dodge the fractal wire. We will take a fatigue from the meadowlark. Four, 5, 6 on a fitness test, trying to traverse the dam. All right, it's a 6, so it's going to clear. That worked out. So let's clear it first. Get our tokens back. There's nothing to read, but it is a ruin. So because Arcology Archaeology says after a ruin is cleared, we read 1.49. Check off a bubble next to the Archaeology mission on the campaign tracker, then read the entry corresponding to your progress. So we're at 1. As you explore more, it's becoming clear that the Estian's archaeology spreads far beyond Spire. It's not just tunnels and passages running throughout the valley, but living quarters and vast underground halls. The archaeology is massive, and it makes you consider just what the Estians were capable of. Okay, so we check off a bubble. All right, that's cleared. We spent all of this. And now we're going to spend a spirit as a response. We put 6 progress on there, right? To play Walk With Me, after you, it's a response. After you succeed a traverse test, add progress to a being equal to your effort. We're going to get 6 progress on Pakodo. All right. Do I have any? I don't have anything. Oh, the sun. This fatigues both of us, and nothing. I'm going to use my trail mix. I have 2 fitness energy in my pool, so I get to soothe 2 fatigue. And I got Oru and surveyed land attached to a feature. The attached feature is present. Reduce the attached feature's presence by 1. Okay, that's cool. Makes things easier to do. Which one do I want to get rid of? Move this card within reach. It fatigues you. The Shale Scree is not great, right? But if I can reduce its presence, it doesn't impact me as much. So I think I will spend an awareness to attach surveyed land to the Shale Scree. And now it is our turn over here. We can't really traverse. Can't do a whole lot of anything. Right? We kind of spent a lot on our first turn. But I will do this. I am going to... It might seem dumb, but I'm going to do this to exhaust fractal wire, just so that I can trigger favorite gear to soothe the fatigue. And we get a quiet. Okay. Now, over here, we're going to traverse the Shale Scree with our Meticulous +2. And it's a feature, so we will tick down field journal. So we're sitting at 4. Yes, we're sitting at 4 on a fitness test. 0, so we had 4 progress. Tick down the weather. It's gonna fatigue both of us. I will take off another fatigue to add this back to my hand. I will exhaust this and spend a spirit to add to an aid card. Oh, this is supposed to have 1 marker on it. Add to an aid card. We're going to be using the vaulting rod a lot, I think. Could add to another aid card. I don't really care about the meadowlarks. They are in the way though, right? They are in the way. No, so I'm gonna do this. Quiet's gonna take the meadowlarks out, and we will stop the damage back to Quiet from the meadowlarks, and then our aid tick up will be the whistle. And I think we're resting everywhere. We have no focus left to add to this. All right, so we go through and refresh everything. The multi-tool is not an aid card. So we basically just get 3 uses out of it. Okay, our card is a bold. That's nice. And the right tool. We have to refresh this stuff. Sorry, I should have silenced my phone. Okay, start of the next round. Our card is a circling dumb Irix. And the Green Guardian. When you resolve a challenge effect on this machine, you may discard progress from it equal to the feature's presence, equal to a feature's presence to affect that feature instead of the feature noted in the challenge effect. Exhaust the active feature with the lowest presence. Discard the exhausted feature with the lowest presence. Each ranger whose token was on that feature suffers 1 injury. So you don't want this out when the ruin was out, right? Feature hazard machine. It's not an obstacle, but it is like in the way of getting our tokens up here. 54. Valley stretches out before you as you pass through a tangle of branches and reach a small overlook. An invigorating stillness fills the air. And for an undefinable moment, you're absorbed into the delicate play of color and light as the sun splashes across the landscape. Green, blue, and auburn tints shimmer before you, chameleon-like across the valley floor. Then a swath of color several hundred meters ahead catches your gaze as it starts to sway. A deep grumbling groan echoes from up ahead, and to your surprise, what you thought was merely another tree comes alive. An awkward lurch, and you catch the outline of an enormous being lumbering through the underbrush. Its body is covered in vines, roots, and branches, as if the earth itself has risen up and begun to walk. Okay. It's a feature hazard machine. It's not a being. When you resolve a challenge effect on this machine, you may discard progress from it equal to a feature's presence. So we need to get some progress on it. Exhaust the, or discard the exhausted feature. Oh, it has to be an exhausted feature. So sun would have to come out first and then crest, all right? Well, I still do want to get rid of the shale screed. It has a presence of 1. So I think we will start on this side. I kind of want to save my bold. To help with that up there. To help with getting our tokens on this. The circling iris is a pain in the butt. Seven progress. I mean, I think I'm going to be camping after I travel, so I don't really care that it's persistent. Just, wow, this thing is a pain in the butt too, man. We have so many traversing things we need to do. And not a lot of cards to help us with it right now. We've got 3 fatigue right here. 2 fatigue right here. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna do this exhausting first to spend, I think I spend one of my spirits to up an aid card. Then I'm going to use this morsel. I have 2 fitness in my energy pool. Ooh, I got Riri. Ooh, and I got high Pimpot and 2 each flora. Oh, I need like 1 more flora. Riri could add 1 harm to a being in the same area as this companion. Add X progress to each being. High Pimpot. So that was just an exhaust ability. I think I don't want to worry about the fractal wire right now. So we're gonna Artel's Vaulting Rod. We see the fatigue. That does get us an exploration token to exhaust this. Now, oh, Quiet could take care of the circling iris, right? We're still on exhaust abilities. Quiet will do 3 damage to the circling iris. Block damage to Quiet with the whistle. Yep, now let's try to take out the Shale Scree. This is 2. It's a feature, so that's 3. We'll use Meticulous for 4 on a fitness test. 5, all right, it's done. One obstacle out of the way. Mountain. Ready the feature with the highest presence. Bummer. Add 1 harm to each being. Wait, oh no, wait. It was this side. No mountains. Oh, wait a minute. Was there a reshuffle? No. All right. Do I take a fatigue? Yes, because I want a bunch of those thingies. Well, now this is in the way. We can dodge it. Yep, we're going to do this to dodge the fractal wire. I think if we dodge it, we can interact past obstacles. I know we don't have to worry about the presence. 22. When you dodge cards, those cards do not count as being between you and the card within you you're interacting cards. And if they have the obstacle keyword, they do not prevent you from interacting. Yep. It's so nice when rulebooks just very easily answer your questions. Did I already take this down? Crap, I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh well. That's 4. I'm going to use the headset for 5. So a traverse test of 5. Yep. -1 is 4. So many cards in my hand. That's it. No responses or anything. Mountain. Ready to feature no beings within reach. Well, spend 2 spirit to play Oru. Let's have a little check-in on our team. 2 spirit to play Oru. Now back over here. We can't dodge anymore. We have awareness, focus. I kind of want to get my field journal up with that focus. The fractal wire is just in the way. I guess I could. You know what? I have so much conflict. So many conflict icons. I'm going to spend 1. I'm going to do the test on the fractal wire. This is 4, 5. Because it's 1 harm to the feature for every 2 effort. So I'm sitting at 5 on a focus test is 0. So that's going to add 2 harm, which gets rid of the fractal wire. Goodbye, fractal wire. Sun is going to fatigue both of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Two awareness for Riri. Where are you at, Riri? Now we got the whole team. The whole gang is here. Riri. Let's put Riri over here for now. The whole gang is here to play. Exhaust the active feature with the lowest presence. There are no other features in play. That was Riri. I don't really want to scout. I just kind of want to get out of here because we got our ruin taken care of. The right tool, field journal. I'm going to add another favorite gear to this field journal for 1 spirit. And then I think we're done. For 5. Okay, so everybody's going to rest. So let's refresh. We've got 1 focus in here, so this is going to go to 2. We did our aid card thing already. Two, 3. It would be focus plus, man. Well, we got to see what cards we draw, right? Oh, even these cards. We got an Oru and Boundary Sensor. All right, Lead Ranger Chandara's card is Fresh Sitka Carcass. We'll just get rid of it with Quiet. Spiderline Stanchion. That's where we could move even further. Okay, so this is kind of a big turn here. Let's do this plus an awareness. Is that what we want to do? Sure, to add to an aid card. Quiet will exhaust to do 3 damage. Oh, it's not a being, it's a feature. Oh, why does there always have to be stuff in the way? It's a lot of fatigue to take. Awareness plus hearts to get our tokens there. I gotta spend that to add to the aid card. And its presence is, oh, it's a difficulty test of 2. I mean, I think I have a bunch of hearts on both sides. Yeah, the right tool. We've got an extra quiet. We've got an extra field journal. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of this carcass. Okay, because it's not a being, so quiet can't do anything with it. So it's awareness. That's 2, 3, 4, and then we can't fail. It's an awareness test. -1 is 3. We still beat it. We move our token here. Crests. Discard the exhausted feature with the lowest presence. There are no features exhausted. Those get discarded. Now over here, we just need to get to 4. We've got 1 on there. So that's 1, 2, 3. Field journal is 4. No, wait, we got +1. Yeah, we got +1. Awareness test, +1. So our token goes here, it clears. Mountain, ready, there's nothing to ready. These discard, this is done. Okay. Now, let us First, exhaust trail mix to soothe 2 fatigue. After you succeeded the test which you committed this attribute, gain 1 awareness. And healing touch. All right. Focus is 2. I just don't have a whole lot of exploration. This thing has a presence of 3. It is a feature, so I could use the field journal. I'm traversing here with 4, 5. It's a 0. So we get more than enough progress to discard the Guardian. Mountain, ready the feature, there's nothing to ready. These go here. I take a fatigue to put Meticulous back into my hand. Perceptive, I succeeded at a test, so I get 1 awareness. Okay, now here, this, I want to put some progress on it. Yes. So we will traverse. Oh wait, this got used, so I should have soothed the fatigue. Boundary sensor has one of those things. That's good. 3. I don't want to take an injury. Four versus 2. 4 versus 2 on a traverse fitness test. -1 is 3. 3 progress. There are no shields. Crests, I mean. Those are used. Okay, so now do we do this focus? 1, 2, 3, 4. It needs to be 6 to guarantee it's not going to fail. And we've got 2. We can use the adaptive multi-tool to get 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I think we're good. We will boundary sensor. First, we're going to multi-tool down to 1. We'll get rid of awareness to add a focus. So we're at, we'll just do it like this. We're at 3, 4, and we're going to spend up to 2 from the location to commit an equal amount of effort. So we go down to 1 progress. We're at 6 on a focus test against a difficulty of 4. It's a 0. So we get to move our token there. Crests does nothing other than that crest makes us shuffle. I think we only, and this is a 0, so I don't have to worry about interacting past it. I think we only needed to worry, or I think there was only 1 ruin for us to deal with, and we came here to get a progress on our archaeology, which we've done already. So we'll just move along towards Spire to move the main story along, I guess. All right, that's shuffled. Now, we need to do focus. So this is 1. It's focus plus exploration, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from our friends, 6 from the progress. It's a 0. We're both there. We do not have enough cards to even mess around at the next location. So we're just going to travel and camp, and the day is over. We get to add some sketchbooks in if we want to. Let's take a quick peek at our map. I wonder what's closer. I can do this. So we're here at the Fractured Wall. We need to get to Spire, so we're going to travel to the Philosopher's Garden along woods. Is that what it's called? Woods. Yes, along woods. So I'll write that on our campaign sheet. There is an entry to read on day 6 of the campaign sheet the next day. Pretty successful day, I think. We finished off Rising Waters. We got a check mark on our Arcology Archaeology. We got a reward. I know I was going fast. We can talk while staring at our beautiful team here. Yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this particular video. Okay. The rain wasn't actually that bad, and we're still at rain. We still have downpour. So I think it's going to do it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy everything I'm putting up on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.